I don't know what to tell you about that, man. I'm having a long month. I'm trying not to take my own life, so I just want to get these photos.
Wow. Man, thank y'all for being here every time. Like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. I want to start off and say that if you are going through something and you feel like you're hopeless and you have no help, please reach out to somebody. Now, I don't know if this is per se that, but with what he said, I don't take that lightly, you know. Now, let's get into it. So, with fame comes great responsibility, right? Like, you have to be able to hold your mental together. And it's easier said than done, you know? Being in the public eye is difficult. At least that's what I would think. I've never been, completely there, so I don't know. But I do feel for, Theo in a way. But when this came across my timeline, what I thought, it wasn't really like the unaliving part. It was more so about bombing. Bombing, right? Like when you do a special, whether it's your own money or someone else's money, when you do a special, a lot is definitely on the line because there's a lot of money being involved. I don't think people understand how expensive it is just for the sound of your special, right? You want the sound to be correct. You want the audio from the mic to the audience. You also want, some mics within the audience to pick up the audience. You want to, there's so many different pieces of equipment that they're going to use, people that are going to have to man that equipment to make it a success. Cameramen, crew, producers, AP, like there's so many different people involved. And for someone of this stature, because I don't look at him as, I look at him as like a silly white guy that says shocking things. So, like, even watching his stand-up, I was never like, yo, he's one of them ones. Never once. I mean, yeah, tell me about, like, how your grandfather used to play with squirrels, like, weird shit. But, I mean, hey, everybody makes their living one way or the other. And to spend that money, to have Netflix spend that amount of money, that's got to be heartbreaking to get out there and fucking eat it. And then have to go and, explain, it's just tough, man. Comedy isn't easy. No matter how big you get, comedy isn't easy. But I think looking at it now, I'm looking at all the major podcasts that are like really, really doing well and pushing numbers and making good money. Not all of them are really great at stand-up. A lot of them try to use the stories that they have on the podcast and try to turn it into jokes, which, I mean, if you're able to do that, more power to you. But I think Theo needs to, just take a break from everything. I think he has too many hands in the pot of too many different things and can't focus on being funny. Like, we saw the video of him, performing for the troops, and he bombed epically. Then now you're seeing him shoot his Netflix special and bombing and then saying that he had a real rough week, or month. Like, why wouldn't you just tell him to reschedule, nigga? Why wouldn't you stop production? I don't know. I hope he's fine. But I didn't even realize that he had it, started out off as a comedian. I was shocked to find that out. But I went back and I watched. Somebody had a video and he was on Road Rules. I remember Real World and Road Rules. I was in high school at that time. And I don't remember seeing, maybe because I wasn't paying attention, but looking back at it, I'm like, so he was on reality TV. He became a comedian, but got his foot in Hollywood in reality TV. And for him to like go through these ranks of getting on podcasts and then building the fan base, and now, you know, the Rat King, and taking Brandon Schaub's fan base that he quickly grabbed, and disappearing on him, and moving to Nashville, and like it's just been a whirlwind of things, man. And I mean, maybe once you get the spotlight and you're talking so much, maybe you lose being funny or forget how to be funny. I don't know. But what do y'all think? You tell me. Do y'all think that, you know, the fame and the pressure is getting to Theo, or do you think Theo don't give a fuck? Like once you get a certain amount of money, you like whatever, nigga. I don't know, but I got a message from somebody that lives in Nashville, and they said the last time they seen him, he wasn't doing too well, or at least didn't look too well. All I want is the comedy out of this. And if you could come out and be funny, man, this shit'll be all worth it. But if you're using it as an excuse of why you suck at comedy, that's pretty low. Because nobody's going to be like, oh, you're having a mental breakdown. Shut, whatever. Y'all tell me what y'all think in the comments. Y'all think Theo's going through it? You think this is an act? You think there's an excuse just because he's not good at comedy? Or is it really something like deep below the surface that we're missing, and we got to make sure that we take care of, you know, the community? I don't know. I don't have the answers, but I guess we'll have to see. I'll catch you on the next one. Holla at your boy. Peace.
Today's a different kind of day for Theo. Like about the past month, I've seen like I'm in limbo, kind of like I'm between like lives, kind of like part ghost, part human. My father died a couple years ago.
Sorry to hear that.
And then my mother actually lives down in Tucson.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. At the age of 14, my mother emancipated me, like legally emancipated me, like signing the contract and everything that just says that I'm responsible for my own actions and whatnot. I mean, I think I was kind of a special kid growing up, and I really, like, I could use like a lot of affection. I needed a lot of attention. She couldn't do it. I mean, it's gonna be hard on me in the future, I think, because I don't really know how to care about somebody.